Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to this tutorial. So in this tutorial, we will see how to create a very simple weather app in the Flask framework. So we will have the interface like this. And here we have to enter the name of the place of which you want to get the weather and it will give you the details. Okay, so this is the weather of the Kerala as of now. And whatever you type over here, it will give you the weather of that specific location. Okay, so Bangalore is not there, so that's why I'm not getting. So let me just see for Delhi. Okay, so this is the weather for Delhi. So this is what we're gonna see how to build this very simple application in the Flask. So let's get started. So I will create one folder on desktop over here, and I will give the name as temperature. Whatever folder name you want to give, you can give. And I will open this folder in the VS Code. So this is where I'll start typing my code right now. So let me just open a terminal over here. And when it comes to our weather app, we will make use of the Open Weather API. So this is the Open Weather API where you have to register first. And then you can create your API. So after registration process, click on this, click on my API keys and after that you will be coming to this page. Click on generate API, just give the whatever name you want to give, you can just give the name over here and you can give the name like the weather and all and click on generate. After that keys like this will be getting generated and make the note of one thing over here. These keys will be getting activated. I mean, they will start working after 25 minutes to 30 minutes. Okay. So until that, your code will not run. It takes a little bit of time for these keys to get activated. Okay. So don't worry about that. So first of all, what I will do, I will say Python minus m and venv. We will create a virtual environment as env over here and I will hit enter. So after that, one folder will be created over here in the name of env. I'm creating the virtual environment for my Flask framework. So, okay, so after that, you have to do env, then forward slash scripts forward slash activate dot bat. Okay, so once you hit on this, now you will see this env over here, okay, on the left hand side of your path. So this is how we activate the environment. So once you see this, that means your environment is activated. This is the command for Windows. For Mac, it's a show script activated, something like that. I forgot the actual command. You can just Google it out how to activate virtual environment in whatever that is Mac or Ubuntu, whatever system you're using. You can just see. So now this has been created. Now what I will do, I will say pip install Flask and I will install the Flask over here instead of my environment. Once that has been done, I will create one directory. I will say make dir my Flask app. I will go inside of my this my Flask and I will create one file over here which is app.py. Okay, so whenever I want to run this file, I will say python app.py. Okay, so this is how we run the file. As of now, I'm not seeing the output because there is nothing inside of my file. But now I will go inside of my file and I will start writing the code. So I will say from the Flask, I will import Flask, comma render template. This will be also required and request. Okay, so these are some of the things I will be making use of. from the Flask, and I will also import request over here. So now when it comes to the making use of the Flask, I will create the instance of the app by saying app is equal to Flask and the name. Okay, so this is the structure. So once that has been done, then what I will do, I will start defining my routes. Okay, so I will say whenever I will go to the forward slash, I will call this particular function, and this particular function will render index.html. Okay, so now I have this index.html. This is the page which we have to create basically. So when it comes to this index dot there is templates, and inside of this templates I have to create this index.html page. Okay, so I will say index.html. Okay, so if you hit this, it will automatically write some code, and I will say hello there. Okay, so this is fine so far, and this is our very basic code. Now let me just rerun the Python app.py, and there is some issue over here inside of my app.py. I got some error. So this is basically related to this import no module name request. So I have to install the request. So when it comes to this request, I will say pip install request. Okay, so now we have declared our route. So now there is one thing which we have to do. We have to just say if underscore underscore name is equal to the main, then what you have to do, you have to say app dot run, and I'm setting the parameter debug is equal to true, so that if there is any error, we will be able to see. Okay, so let me just rerun the code. So now it is saying that our server is running on this particular port. I will paste it over here. And now as can be seen, I am seeing the hello there. Okay, so what this is doing is, so if I just putting it over here. So now this is the server where our code is running. Okay, so this forward slash is basically it defines this thing. So if suppose there was we have defined a route as forward slash app, then we will see that hello there on this route. Okay, so whatever you put over here, same thing you have to put over here. Okay, so this is how this routing is working. Slowly you will understand. So whenever we encounter this route, we are just calling this function index, and we are rendering this index.html template over here. So that's it. So now when it comes to this index.html, we will make use of bootstrap over here. So when it comes to the making use of the bootstrap, what you can do is just go to bootstrap cdn links, and we will make use of the CDN links over here because we want to make use of the bootstrap, which will give the better styling. So you can just directly pick it up from W3 schools. Just click on this, and what we have to do, this link is there. We'll copy this link, copy everything over here, these three links, and paste it down below, and this thing should work fine. Okay, so now it's going to be seeing the styling of the text has changed. So this is because we have used the CDN links from the Bootstrap, so this will work fine. So this is not required. So I will make use of the div over here, and I will make use of the class. I will make use of the container over here, and I will give the margin top as 5. Okay, so I won't say anything as of now because there is nothing inside of this div. Okay, so then I will call the h1 and I will say weather app. So I'm seeing the weather app over here, and when it comes to the class of this weather app, I will say text center, and margin bottom I will give as 4. Okay, so here it is. So this is our thing, and next I'm having the form, and form I will give the action as forward slash weather, and this will be my method. Okay, so method will be of type post. I will be posting some data from here, and then I'm having this div, and inside of this div I will have one input. Input is of type text, and name over here to this input I will give as location, and ID as a location. ID is not that important, but you can give. And I will give the placeholder over here, and I will say enter location, or whatever location you want, you can enter it over here. So this is it. Then I will have one more div over here, and inside of this div I will have one button, and it will say get weather. And when it comes to this button, uh, it's of type submit. Okay, so let me just refresh this. So this is how we will see this basic skeleton, but now we will try to apply the style. So when it comes to this form, uh, let's not give any style to this. Next we have this particular division, so which is inside of this form, and it will basically have a class. I will say input input group, and I will give the margin bottom as 3. So I'm not saying anything as of now. And next we have this input text form control, and next this is the div. I will give the class name as input group append. Okay, so this is fine, and this is the button, and another class, first is the button and second is button primary. Okay, so this is it. So this is our basic form, and whatever we type, whatever text we type, we will get the input of that. Okay, so now what we will do, we will come to the app.py, and we will just write one more route over here. Okay, so over here we have given the route as forward slash weather. Okay, so for this purpose we will create one post request. So I will come down below, and I will say app.route, and I will say forward slash weather over here, and in this forward slash weather there will be methods, and methods will be post. So this is my post method, and I will define weather over here. So this is my weather function. So first of all we have to get the location. So I will say location request dot form location. So from this input, I will get the location with this name. Okay, so this is the name of this input field location. So whatever location you type over here, I will get that location because of this name, and I will pass it on to this parameter. So now I got the location. So next we have the URL. So URL is basically something like this. This is the URL of that open API, and here I will send this particular location. I will send this location over here, and then we need this app ID. You can pass the location in this format also. This autocomplete is actually helpful. So wherever we put this bracket, it will and dot format when we use. So whatever is the location name, it will replace that over here. So now we will be in need of the API key. So app ID over here is basically the API key. So I will say API underscore key. Okay. And this API underscore key is basically the API key which I have to define. So I will copy this and I will go up over here. API key is equal to, and you have to copy that API key from here. Okay, so just copy paste the API key, and this should solve the issue. So now we are even having the API key over here, and yeah, I hope this URL is perfect. Then whatever is our URL, we'll say request.get from this URL, whatever data we are getting, we have to convert that to JSON, okay? And whatever data we are getting, we have to send it to this weather.html. Weather.html is basically the page which you will create. But first of all, let me just do one thing. I will print this data, okay? So whatever data I am getting, I will print that data and show you like what is the data that we can expect. Okay, so it is running. So I will say Delhi and I will hit it. So API key, it has thrown some error related to the API key. So let me just do one thing. This URL, let me just format this URL this way, and I hope it will not create issue now. Okay, so now we are getting this error because it is trying to go to this route weather, and we have not rendered any HTML page or nothing we have done on the weather. But the thing is that the data that we want to see, we are getting it over here. Okay, so it is giving the data in the console log. So what I will do, I will create one file over here, text file, and paste it, and I'll try to save this file. I'll just save it anywhere. I will say data.json. Okay, so I want to see the what kind of data I've received. So let me just format this document, and this is the data what we will get from that response. Okay, so when I will give this printout, I will get this particular data. So now what we have to do, we have to just go ahead and extract the data what we have to what we want. Okay, so whatever is the data I am getting, so when it comes to this data, there is this code is equal to 200. 200 means a success. That means we successfully retrieved the data. So we have to say if the data dot code is exactly equal to 200, that means we have successfully retrieved the data. Then what we have to do, we uh, we will create one this variable over here as weather data. It's the object in Python is known as a dictionary. So first of all, we will have the city, and when it comes to the city, so this is the exact same data what we will receive. Okay, so first we need to send the city. So from where we'll get the city? So city will get from the data.name. So if we go over here, so this is the first variable data.name. Okay, so here, okay, so we have to access this key name. We'll get the value as Delhi. Okay, so that will be the city name. Then we have the country. Okay, so then we have to go inside sys. Okay, so sys, and inside of the sys we have the country, which is India. So we can just access the country that way, and then we have the temperature. So when it comes to this temperature, what we will do, we have to convert this temperature. Okay, so which we can do in the later phase, and we want icon also. So we have this weather over here. So we have weather object, and inside of the weather, weather is basically it's a array. Okay, so array of objects. So we have to get the data from this first object. So what we'll do, data data object, we will access the first item and whatever is at the zeroth index. So zeroth index, this particular object is zeroth index, and from the zeroth index we want the icon. Okay, so again we will get the icon. So this is how, let me just show how this is working. Okay, so we want to get the icon. So icon is there inside of the data. So inside of the data, so this is the entire object which we are getting as a data. Okay, so now inside of the data, we will go to the weather. So this is that thing. This is that key which we will pass over here. Okay, so inside of this weather, this is the array. Okay, so inside of this array we want to access this first object. So whatever there is at zeroth index, so this is the first object with zeroth index, so that's why we will say zeroth, and from this zeroth object we have to get the icon. Okay, so we want to get the icon. This is the icon code. So then I will just copy paste it like this. Okay, so this is how we are retrieving the data. I hope that is clear. Okay, so now we have this required details. Then what we will do, I will say return render template, and when it comes to the render template, we have to create one more template for the weather. Okay, so I will say weather.html, and whatever data, this weather data we have collected, we have to pass that data to this template. So we'll say weather data is equal to weather data. Okay, so we will access this object over here inside of this weather.html template. So now what I will do, I will create one template over here. I will say weather.html. So let me just do one thing. I will copy all these links from the same place and paste it over here. Let me just save all these files. Okay, so this is my weather.html. So now what I will do, I will come over here. I will create one div, and inside of this div I will have the header h1, and I will say weather details for, and from here we have passed this weather data. Okay, so I will copy this name of the variable, and I will say weather data dot city. Okay, so I'm trying to access this first variable city. So weather data dot city. I will show the weather for this particular city over here. Let me just refresh. Okay, so weather data for Delhi. It is coming now. Previously, it was not coming because we have not created any template, and it was trying to go to the template which was not existing. So this is fine. I will create one more div over here, and then I want to show the image. So I will create one image as well, and then I want to show other related data instead of the this another division. So I will copy this, I will paste it over here, and I will show the description. Okay, so whatever is the description, I will show it over here inside of the H5, and there will be one more paragraph uh, where I will show the temperature, and when it comes to showing the temperature, I will copy this, and I want to show the temperature. Okay, so I will show the temperature. Let me just refresh this. Okay, scattered cloudy, and this is the temperature what we have received. Now comes the part of styling. So let me just give the container. I put everything inside the container. Margin top is 5, and this is done. I'll give the class name, and text center I will give, and margin bottom I will give as 4. Okay, so this is aligned at the center, and next I will give the class as card, and margin I will give as auto over here. That is fine. And if you want, you can even give the style. This is working fine. So next we have the source. So when it comes to this source, I will do one thing. I will copy this openweather.org and the forward slash image. Let me see whether I'm getting the image in this. No. And forward slash WN. Whatever is the weather data we are passing from here, I want to copy the code of that this thing icon and .png. I'm not seeing the icon. Okay, so I am seeing this small tiny icon over here. now I'll give the class to this. I will say card image top, and this is the card body which we have, and after that I'm having this h5. I will say class title, and there is one card text. Let me just refresh it. Okay, so the style is not getting applied properly. We have to check. I think this is the issue with the CDN links. So what I can do, I can check what's the issue with the CDN links. Bootstrap CDN links. I'm not getting the proper CDN link. That's why this is creating the issue. Stack path. Let me just copy this link and let me just see. I have to copy the CSS. Okay, so I will copy paste this over here and let me just check. Okay, so this CDN link is also not working fine. Let me just go to this GitHub repository thing because I have made use of this only. So let me just copy this and I will do one thing. I will come over here and copy paste. Let me just save and refresh the page over here. Okay, so these are the proper CDN links. Just make use of this CDN links, or you can directly take reference from my GitHub repository. You will find a required link. Just type the bootstrap CDN links stack path, and after that, just copy it from this particular link over here. Okay, so hit Delhi over here, and after that, you should see this page. So I'll do one thing. I will copy the same CDN links and I put it inside of this file as well. I will paste it over here. Let me just refresh. Okay, so now it is fine. So now our code is working perfectly fine. So this is how we can fetch the data from this repository. There is some extra additional data also, which you will get. If you want to show this data, you can do that as well. So now when it comes to temperature over here, so temperature, if we want in terms of the Celsius, we can do that as well. So I'll do one thing. I will cut this and you can make use of round over here. So I will say round, then I will paste the data over here and I will say minus 273.15 comma 2. Okay, so I will say, let me just refresh. So now this temperature, what you get over here, it is in terms of the Celsius. Okay, so this is how you can convert the temperature from the Kelvin to Celsius. There is a formula which you can just figure out, and do give it a try and let me know how you like this series. Thanks for watching.